per popular demand, I want to talk about TRKA for just a little bit. Okay, you guys, so please notice here that we have essentially found an ascending channel. Okay, so I want to talk about a particular situation here, but let's go ahead and just get this thing rolling, right? So what is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with a TRKA technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this Hump Day Wednesday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the charts. Okay, so we are looking at TRKA on the 12-hour here. Really unfortunate drop here, as I am under the impression that I think it was a file 10K, the form 10K that was actually released was not a current form, and it was actually it was just misinformation provided, and I believe it was stock twits. Okay, so the reason why I'm saying this is because there was an immediate sell-off based on the dilution. So that was the old prior idea. Okay, so I'm not speaking from my own DD here. Okay, I'm just gonna present high transparency here, and I actually did refer to Teddy Zane for that information, as he did release a video for it. Okay, you guys, so the reason why we're facing a continuation to the upside now is because of the realization that it was in fact just a rumor, and it was not actual, and it was not factual information or pertinent to the present time. Okay, so that is a very important thing for us to take into consideration when trading. Okay, you guys, so the price right now is recovering, and what I am looking at here is is critically important. And why is it critically important? Because this ascending channel is already invalidating. Okay, now remember, ascending channels are absolutely bearish formations, but we talk about the test of the resistances very often. Okay, so you're looking at test of the resistance number 1, we have test number 2, 3, and now we have test number 4. Now test number 3 or 4 test number 3 indicates the capitulation event. Okay, in this case, we recovered the inside of the channel again from that test number 3. Then we pumped to the upside, creating a test number 4, which automatically invalidates the bear thesis of this formation per the playbook rules. Okay, so why am I saying this? Well, there could be a bear trap in play. Okay, so and it is particular to the test number 4. Okay, so if this was it, then the longs are essentially going to start recovering a lot of what they did. So in fear, I understand, in fear, a lot of people took their winnings right here at about 50 cents from which it reached today, right? So right now, the current price action in the after hours trading is at 37 cents. You're going to see this fluctuating a little bit up and down as we move on, right? So the volume just tends to drop significantly in the after hours. So right now, the time that you are looking at, it's 2:57 p.m. Pacific, okay, where I am. So what you're seeing right now is a potential in 2 hours and 2 minutes, just about 2 hours. We're going to essentially close this candle upside and inside of the channel, thus regaining the inside of it. Okay, so now we're going to potentially find a new floor. Okay, you guys, so definitely know that there is a high probability that this may be facing a massive reversal to the upside soon. Okay, but please remember, there's a lot of fear instilled into this. There is a massive psychological component due to what happened here. Okay, you guys, so just make sure to be very careful when trading TRKA. Okay, so now let's go ahead and refer to volatility and momentum, because there are a couple things over here that I would like to touch bases on. Okay, first of all, let me just bring the RSI down just a little bit and bring these two just like this. Okay, first of all, I want you to go ahead and notice here that we do have critical volatility now on the 12-hour, and we are getting very close to that oversold percentile. Okay, so now, as we start retracing back in time, meaning the 8-hour, you're going to start to see that oval that we're looking for closer and closer. Okay, let's look at the 8-hour now. Please notice right over here that we are at that critical oversold already. We have critical volatility bars printing, suggesting a potential floor being found soon. Okay, it doesn't have to be now. It could be soon. Now let's go to the 6 hour. So see the 6 hour already getting that curvature down here from the oversold percentile while sitting at critical volatility and also sitting at a potential floor, right? So this is the correlation that I'm essentially looking at, okay? Potential floor being found before a massive upside. Now the 4 hour time frame already pivoting towards that upside while printing just critical bars. Every single bar that prints right here means that it's maxed out for a period of 4 hours at a time, okay? So every single bar is a 4 hour read since we are on the 4 hour chart, okay? So what we do want is absolutely for the stochastic momentum averages, the D percent and the K percent representing a 14-day simple moving average and a 3-day exponential moving average, both pivoted towards the upside alongside the volatility, the volatility measures being either at critically contracted and or critically expanded and or contracting to the downside, okay? So if it is that we're going to start contracting to the downside, the faster and the closer we get to the median, the 50 percentile would essentially mean that this is creating a mean reversion, okay? So meaning from this drop here, we could be facing a continuation onto the upside to face the medium, okay? So this is very, very good for TRKA, okay? I just need you guys to be very careful with what's happening next, okay? So now jumping into the bi-hourly, please notice here that massive amounts of critical volatility loading here at complete expansion, and we still have that a little bit of an upside pivot suggesting here. So pretty much from, let's see, yeah, pretty much from the bi-hourly all the way to the 12-hour, we have multiple time frames suggesting an upside coming in soon. Okay, you guys, if we do for some reason come back and test the area of about 34.10, so be it. That's fine, okay? The 2 candle iterations down here have a low of about 33.31, so definitely keep that target in mind, okay? But what we are looking at here is a kind of a break of market structure, okay? This automatically voids this wick here automatically voids the potential continuation of bear flags being formed, okay? And this got cut off immediately because there is usually 3 to 4 iterations to look out for in bear flags, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4 before a continuation onto the upside. In this case, cutting it off at test number 2 is indicative of false information being presented in the social spaces like stock twits, okay? So let's keep an eye on this. Let's keep a very close eye on this and see what we can continue on with TRKA, okay? Immediate short-term time frame RSI suggesting a little bit of consolidation. Let's see the bi-hourly. Bi-hourly time frame already suggesting some upside, a little bit limited on that upside, but it's still okay, of course. I'm saying that because we have the 14-day simple moving average still being affected from what happened here. Okay, so we are going to be facing some turbulence on that way up. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that 6 hour with a massive upside pivot right now. We have that 14-day simple moving average way outside right now. So that means that we are not going to be facing any resistance on the 6 hour time frame for a very long time. Okay, and in fact, as we do continue on to that upside, the 14-day simple moving average is likely to start correcting and making its pivot, or it would be affected by the upside continuation of the RSI signal to a correctional upside pivot. Okay, so now let's look at the 12-hour RSI. 12-hour RSI also suggesting a continuation onto the upside. You know that I don't like these tiny pivots here, but the part that's very curious here is this. Okay, let me just go ahead and put a trend line right over here so that you can see what I'm talking about directly. Okay, the area that we're sitting on right now is just right about, at the cusp of the gravitational zone of the bear weakness percentile, which just so happens to be a pivotal area. Okay, please notice right over here that we use that zone as a form of support before a continuation onto the upside, right? So very likely we can see an upside continuation here on the 12-hour time frame. Let's look at the daily. Okay, so the daily is not reactive to the post-market activity. Please notice here that post-market is at 37 cents. We close at 34.26. Okay, so this is not reactive to that just yet, but as soon as the information comes in tomorrow, then the daily will essentially affect or be affected. Okay, so all of the upper term timeframes are still pending the affection or the manipulation of the shorter term timeframes. Okay, so another very good thing to notice here is that on the bi-daily iteration, which would be over in 21 hours and 56 minutes, pretty much 2 days, right? If we do even close just about here where the 37 is, or a little higher, this would be a great and very high quality inverted hammer at the downtrend, okay, at the end of a downtrend, which would be indicative of a reversal and a continuation onto the upside. Okay, so very good stuff. Looking for TRKA. Okay, you guys definitely watch your longs on this, but I do expect a potential upside coming in very soon for TRKA. Okay, you guys, please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. Okay, I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be just fine. Okay, so go ahead and refer to the links in the description below where you will find the Twitter and Discord links. Okay, you guys, so with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.